Hello, and welcome back to the Talking Ink. I'm so glad you're here. In this channel, I bring you the world's best books in concise, actionable summaries. Today, we're exploring Atomic Habits by James Clear, a transformative guide that shows how tiny, almost invisible tweaks can lead to extraordinary change over time. If you've ever struggled to stick with a new routine or wondered why some people seem to build life-changing habits effortlessly, you're in the right place. In the next 10 minutes, we'll discover who James Clear is and why his approach works, what the core idea of Atomic Habits really means, and how you can apply practical strategies like tweaking your environment and reframing your identity to create lasting improvement. Along the way, I'll share compelling stories from athletes, artists, and everyday people who have used these principles to achieve remarkable results. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap for designing habits that are obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, so you can start seeing real progress immediately. Imagine standing at the base of a vast mountain. You can't see the summit, but every morning you climb just a few feet higher. On any single day, the gain might feel insignificant, but return day after day, and those small steps add up until you look back and realize you've ascended farther than you ever dreamed possible. That's the essence of Atomic Habits, the power of 1% improvements. Clear explains that improving by just 1% each day doesn't feel like much in the moment, but compounded over a year, it amounts to a 37 times improvement. Clear contrasts two ways of thinking: outcome goals and systems. An outcome goal might be lose 20 pounds or write a book, but systems are the daily processes that actually drive those results. He tells the remarkable story of the British cycling team, once perennial underdogs, who focused obsessively on tiny upgrades, a lighter bike saddle here, more aerodynamic helmet straps there. By chasing marginal gains in every aspect of their preparation, they transformed into Tour de France champions. So how do habits form? Clear lays out a simple loop. A cue triggers a craving, which prompts a response and delivers a reward. Picture your phone buzzing with a notification. That cue sparks a craving for connection. You unlock your screen, scroll through social media, and feel a burst of pleasure from likes and comments. Once you understand each link in that loop, you can dismantle unwanted habits by disrupting the cue or craving. Or you can build positive routines by engineering each step in your favor. One of the most powerful insights Clear shares is that true behavior change is identity-based. It's not enough to chase goals like run a marathon. Instead, you become I am a runner. Each time you lace up your shoes and step outside, you cast a vote for that identity. He illustrates this with a simple example. Two people try to quit smoking. The first says, I want to quit cigarettes, but the second says, I'm not a smoker. It's the identity shift, the internal declaration that leads to lasting transformation. Clear organizes his approach to 4 laws of behavior change. First, make it obvious. Train your eyes to spot the cues that trigger your habits. He shares how airport security officers are taught to notice subtle tells, nervous glances, repeated scanning, to identify potential threats. You can apply the same skill to your own life. If you always find yourself mindlessly eating chips when you walk into the living room, change the environment. Store snacks out of sight, or replace them with healthier options. Another technique he recommends is implementation intentions. Plan exactly when and where you'll perform a new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 5 minutes. By linking a new action to an established routine, you transform good intentions into automatic behavior. The second law is make it attractive. Human brains are wired to seek pleasure, and you can harness that drive by bundling a habit you need to do with something you want to do. Listen to your favorite podcast only while jogging, or allow yourself one episode of a show only when you're at the gym. He calls this temptation bundling, and it transforms chores into irresistible opportunities. He also highlights the power of social influence. Surround yourself with people who practice the habits you admire. Join a reading club if you want to read more, or find workout buddies if you want to exercise. When your community values the behavior, you'll follow suit. Next, make it easy. We naturally gravitate toward the path of least resistance, so reduce friction for good habits and increase it for bad ones. If your goal is to write daily, simplify the process. Write one paragraph instead of write for an hour. This 2-minute rule defeats procrastination by making the start so small you can't say no. Lay out your workout clothes the night before so exercising in the morning is effortless. Automate as much as possible. Set up auto-pay for healthy meal kits, or schedule recurring calendar invites for your practice sessions to remove decision fatigue. The fourth law is make it satisfying. Instant gratification drives repeated behavior, so attach an immediate reward to your habit. Allow yourself a square of dark chocolate after completing your study session, or mark a big X on your calendar each day you stick to your plan. Seeing that chain of successful days builds a powerful psychological pull not to break the streak. Clear's mantra is never miss twice. One missed workout is an accident. 2 in a row become a new habit pattern that's harder to reverse. Throughout the book, Clear peppers in real-world examples that bring these principles to life. A Fortune 500 company tasked each team with one tiny workflow experiment per week. Over a year, those micro-innovations drove a surge in productivity across the entire organization. An artist committed to sketching for just 2 minutes every day. Those daily doodles eventually blossomed into a sold-out gallery show. A student who devoted only 10 minutes each morning to vocabulary drills found her language skills skyrocketing by the end of the term. Beyond the basics, Clear explores advanced strategies. He introduces the Goldilocks rule. Humans stay engaged when tasks are neither too hard nor too easy. You want to be challenged just enough to stay motivated. If you've been comfortably running 5 kilometers, incrementally raise the bar. Aim for 6, or weave in sprint intervals to keep the progress curve climbing. He also emphasizes the importance of aligning habits with your natural strengths. If you're extroverted, turn chores into group activities. If you're analytical, track detailed metrics. Olympians customize every detail of their routines to their personalities and physiological advantages, and you can do the same. Clear even warns about the hidden downside of automation. When habits become too automatic, they can dull your creativity and turn your life into a joyless routine. That's why he urges you to schedule deliberate play days, breaks where you deviate from your usual habits and explore new activities, ideas, or creative pursuits. These moments of spontaneity recharge your motivation and protect against burnout. By mastering these principles, making your cues obvious, your habits attractive, your actions easy, and your rewards satisfying, you create a system where success is the natural outcome. Good habits become effortless, bad habits become cumbersome, and your environment itself works for you rather than against you. Whether you're striving for fitness, productivity, creativity, or personal growth, Atomic Habits provides a blueprint that's both scientific and deeply human. As we reach the end of our journey through Atomic Habits, remember that transformation is not a one-time event, but a process. Each small action you take is a step up that mountain. And over time, those steps add up to incredible heights. Which tiny habit will you begin today? Share your answer in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive here on The Talking Ink. Feel free to listen again. You'll uncover new insights with each pass. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep inking your success one small habit at a time. Love you all. Bye.